Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream watch along of the RBL Talk podcast. Today we have RB Leipzig in the Champions League against Liverpool. Welcome to all the viewers currently, no matter where you are watching around the globe. Settle in and enjoy a beautiful night of football. I'm your host, Justin Crozer, all the way from Australia. It's currently 5:23 a.m. this morning. I also did a 12-hour shift and I had about 3 or 4 hours sleep, and that ain't going to stop me. We're going to be here all with you, all stream, watching RB Leipzig play. If you're new to the show, please make sure to go check out the podcast over on YouTube, over on X, all the social medias. Check out the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. The RBL Talk is the biggest RB Leipzig podcast in English, and we are highly rated with an average of 4.7 stars. Just trickling some people in now. Don't mind me. We're going to have a look at the lineup very shortly. Just getting the stream happening live here, down here in Australia as well. Let me know where you're watching the stream from around the world by putting your comments below. Do you think RB Leipzig is going to be able to get their first points in the Champions League tonight against the Reds, or do you think the Reds are going to be too strong? Please let me know down in the comments, and we'll settle in for some really good football coming up. Welcome to the new people coming through into the stream. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the podcast of RB Leipzig in English. You can see some few comments there. Good morning over there to, by the looks of it, Squiddy. Good morning. Say hello. Make sure that you comment along no matter where you're watching this stream. I'll check over on Instagram as well. Make sure if you're watching this over on Instagram as well to comment along. Same thing if you're watching this over on X as well. There is a lot to catch up on. For those that don't know, Costello Lacaba has just recently got a new contract as well. Let me know how the sound is. We've done some improvements behind the scenes. It should be all good. Shouldn't be low. Should be perfect. Just like it's a perfect evening at the moment in Leipzig as the teams come walking out into the stadium as we build to fever pitch. It's a homecoming tonight for Dominic Szoboszlai. It's the first time he's come back since his leave to Liverpool just over a year and a half ago. Let me know where you're watching this stream from around the world. Drop your flags below. Myself, I'm in Australia, if you don't already know. I am a RB Leipzig supporter all the way from Australia since the club's foundation. And no, I do not work for Red Bull. Can you believe that? I think we do really have a big chance tonight to make some more points. It's going to be very difficult. We're going to need to score early, that's for sure. If we don't score early, we're going to have some problems. This is the first real time that I've had a look at Arnie Slot. Now, I did have a guest recently on the show, and they tell us all about it. But before we go into that, we'll have a look at the lineup. Henrik's on the left, Gertruder on the right, Lakuba with his new contract in the middle with Orban. In midfield, we have Nusa, Vermeeren, and Haidara, and Xavi as well. And then we do have the Openda and Sesko strike duo lineup also up the front, which was expected. Um, Kelleher is their new goalkeeper, their backup goalkeeper for Alison Becker. It's going to be very interesting to find out how well he is as a backup goalkeeper, even for a big team like Liverpool. You have to be top quality. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can get some goals behind him. We have Gravenbach Sabozloy in the midfield. Nunes starts up front with Mo Salah. We are almost ready to get this going. Building to fever pitch now. Just about to start. Almost kickoff. If you're just joining in, welcome to the stream. Put your flags down below. Let me know where you're watching this game from. I'm from Australia. My name is Justin Cruiser, calling the action for you this evening, all the way down in Australia. 12 seconds and counting in the first half. Let's go. Peter Galacci currently has the ball, just throwing the ball to his centre back. Let me know where you're watching this from around the world. Welcome aboard, and I'm glad to have your company. What do you think of the situation at RB Leipzig? Do you think that we have underperformed at the moment? Do you think that we have performing around on par? Let me know your thoughts. At the moment, the ball's just being in dispute a little bit. No one's able to really control the ball too much. As Amadou Haidara, note that is a good shooter, gives away the first foul of the evening on Gakpo, by the looks of it, which is another Dutchman. Just spoke to a guest the other day on the RBL Talk podcast. That is Josh from the Anfield Wrap, and he let us know how Arnie's slot is going to come ahead and set up. As we've just had a first time shot at goal with Xavi Simmons just kicking the ball way over the crossbar, far and wide, absolutely nowhere. It took it on the first time touch. If he had taken a touch, the chance should have still been there, and it probably would have been a bit better. Still, love the attacking intent from RB Leipzig or Die Rotten Bullen. First thing, great interception there from Castello Lacaba. We have another counter attack, but has been beaten up, stopped in its tracks from another ex RB Leipzig player in Ibrahima Konate. Konate, my apologies. Let me know what you think so far. Let me know where you're watching this stream from around the world. Drop your flags below. Tell me where you're watching this from, whether you're watching this on YouTube, over on Instagram, over on X as well. Let me know as the game is 3 minutes and 40 seconds just played in the Champions League in a beautiful night in Germany. We've oh, so we just had a ball in a dangerous area. However, Vermeeren was caught on the ball from Alexander Arnold, and now Liverpool have a counter attack. It's been shifted out to the left with Gakpo. Gakpo shoots and is gone across the face of goal and nowhere near Mohamed Salah, and it's out for a goal kick. Hello, everyone, to just coming into the stream. Welcome. I am your host, Justin Crozer. I am the host of RBL Talk, the RB Leipzig podcast in English, welcoming you to tonight's coverage of the live stream watch along of RB Leipzig against Liverpool in the Champions League. 5 minutes, 24 seconds have played past. Both teams have had a shot on goal. If you're just joining us, both have been unconvincing, but it's great attacking play at the moment from both sides. As Liverpool are in possession in the middle of the Red Bull Arena. Great defensive structure coming from the back there from RB Leipzig. As RB Leipzig wins the ball back with Xavi Simons down on the left-hand side. Xavi now has the ball. Nope, it's been cut off by Ibrahima Konate. There was a very, very good interplay between the RB Leipzig players, won the ball in dangerous areas, a couple of quick passes, almost able to thread the needle and get a counter attack if it wasn't for the very organized Liverpool defense. Both these defenses are the best defenses in their respective leagues. Liverpool with only 3 goals and RB Leipzig with only 2 goals scored against them. As a nice pass to Benjamin Sesko has just occurred in the box, but there was no power from the header and straight in the hands of Kelleher, the backup goalkeeper for Liverpool. For those that are unaware, as Alisson Becker is injured, so the backup goalkeeper is the goalkeeper tonight for the Reds. as there is another foul in the center of the park, as Marcelo Lacaba, who's just recently got a new contract until 2029. The $90 million release clause still stands. He's just been a little bit harsh there on Dominic Szoboszlai stepping on his foot and is now being booked with a yellow card and the first for this evening. And just so you're aware as well, if you're just tuning in, the under 19s also played in the Champions League. RB Leipzig v Liverpool. RB Leipzig has won that one 3-1. Hopefully, RB Leipzig can win at something similar tonight. It is going to be very difficult. Welcome everyone over there, over in the comments section, over on Instagram. I'm sorry, there is a comment there in German. I'm going to have to try to retranslate that as the ball has happened so quick. Nunes has gone straight into the box, and Orban is a beautiful clearance to give the first corner of the game to Liverpool down on the right hand side for Liverpool. The corner kick down on the right hand side for Liverpool is about to be taken by, I think that's Tiramisu. I can't remember. Forgive me for that there. Getruda and Virgil van Dijk, both Dutchmen, having a little bit of a wrestle in the box and have been spoken to by the official tonight, which is Tsimikas. My apologies. The Greek, not tiramisu. That was an absolute howler from me. Just having a quick look now at the stats and also with the official tonight. Looks like the official tonight is Sandro Shahir, the Swiss international. I've probably said that last name wrong as well. Just by looking at it, it didn't look very easy for me to pronounce just off the quick off the bat. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet. No, I'm not drinking Red Bull, as some of you may be aware. I not am a energy drinker often. I'm a coffee drinker more so. If I'm going to drink an energy drink, obviously you're going to drink Red Bull, supporting a Red Bull team. But me, not really into the Red Bull. I think for the next live stream after this game for the RBL Talk podcast against Borussia Dortmund, I'm going to change the outside layout of the stream. There's another free kick given on a foul on McAllister from Willie Orban. And actually, McAllister has been booked for diving. You don't see that very often in football these days. Let's have a quick look at this again, shall we? He's a little unlucky there. He did leap a little bit into it, but Orban did miss him. And I'm not going to complain with that, especially seeing Uli Orban is my favorite player from RB Leipzig. as Liverpool have the ball going forward, and that has been taken care of by Kase Lukeba. Pass to Xavi on the left, plays held up just a little bit, and he goes back and ball to Amadou Haidara, to Vermeeren, who's been playing very well. That's signing from Atletico Madrid. Depending on how many games he plays, he is going to be activated with a buy clause. So I think we'll be seeing him next year. Openda has the ball in the box and has probably just it's gone out for a corner kick on the right hand side for RB Leipzig with Ibrahim Konate just touching the ball out. This corner kick is taken by Xavi, short to Vermeeren, back to Xavi. Lovely weighted little ball from Xavi. It's come back and a beautiful rocketing shot by that looked to be Amadou Haidara, which it was from range. But I think Kelleher saw that all the way. That was absolute beautiful strike from Haidara. Uh, Leipzig has just gone forward again, and unfortunately, we've just messed that one around. My apologies. I'm just trying to get some. I normally have some sticky notes here to write some notes during my streams for the podcast coming up episode in the next day or so. Whenever I'm able to get that recorded, basically, with my 60 plus hour work week. I'm actually doing 132 hours this fortnight, so I'm going to be a busy man. Surprisingly, my sticky notes are gone walkabouts. I just have to start writing some notes digitally then. Let me know where you're watching this stream from around the world. Welcome to the RBL Talk podcast stream. I am your host, Justin Crozer. I am the biggest English speaking podcast giving you your English RBL content around the world. Welcome this evening to the stream. And remember, there is a special announcement in the halftime break of the podcast. So make sure to stick around for that as RB Leipzig and Liverpool are 0-0 currently, 15 minutes, 40 seconds played in the first half. Will advise everyone that I won't be able to stick around for too long after the stream, after the game ends, as I've got a couple of appointments to get to. It will be around about 7:30 a.m. my time there. My appointment's at 8 o'clock, and then I've got to work tonight at work, another 12-hour shift. So I'm going to have not much sleep as well throughout this afternoon. So it's going to be a very long, hectic day, but don't worry. The RBL Talk podcast will be scheduling its episodes on time. I'll be making sure to do the match analysis sometime this afternoon. RB Leipzig wins the ball in the middle of the Red Bull Arena. It's down towards the left-hand side with a Benjamin Henrichs. Xavi has the ball in the box, very corralled quickly by 4 Liverpool defenders, and then he loses possession. It is won back, however, very quickly by Castello Luqueba and now pushed out to the right-hand side. Antonio Nusa is playing as the second attacking midfielder on the right-hand side tonight. Has happened a few times throughout this season as well. Liverpool currently have the ball now on the left-hand side with Gakpo crosses in, dealt with quite easily from Gertruda. Well, that's interesting. Kelleher is out all the way out, and Sesko could have had a goal there. Kelleher was out in no man's land. Sesko saw the opening, did a beautiful shot, curled it, and almost curled it in from range. Absolutely beautiful try. Love to see that. Love to see that. That's Benjamin Sesko was on player watch for RB Leipzig today. For the simple fact is, he was absolutely horrid on the weekend against Mainz. That football alone for the whole team was ugly football. We still got the points. That being said, that being said, we looked for him tonight to make a better impact, and he's already impressed with his first kick of the game. The other person on player watch was for Liverpool, and that was Kelleher to see how well he would be as the backup goalkeeper. And a notable mention for Mohamed Salah, who is starting, who has just kicked the ball out for a goal kick on his left boot, as he has scored 2 times out of the 3 times RB Leipzig has played. And I'm including the friendly as well in that statistic. RB Leipzig have the ball down on the left-hand side with Benjamin Henrichs, but has passed that away, unfortunately, to Liverpool. However, we do able to retain the ball, and we're passing it back a little bit down at the middle of the park, basically, with the defense pushing up a little bit for RB Leipzig. As 20 minutes have played and 19 seconds, both teams have had some shots. It hasn't been end to end stuff, but it has certainly been a more entertaining game this evening. What's your tip for this evening? Your score predictions? Make sure to drop them down below wherever you are watching this, whether you're watching this on Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter, even though people call it X these days. For me, it's always going to be Twitter. Over on Instagram as well, you can drop the comments down there or jump over onto the YouTube channel at RBL Talk and comment along, get involved with the stream. I'd like to know where you're from and listening to this stream this evening. While we're just waiting for a little bit of play here, as ball's a little bit in dispute at the moment. There was actually an issue with the podcast this morning. Funny enough, came home from work, made sure that everything was all ready to go for tonight's stream, and the podcast wouldn't connect to YouTube. Funny enough, so had to deal with the nightmare of that for about an hour and a half before I could finally get some sleep. And we've managed to get that. Excuse me, we've managed to get that fixed. So, as you wouldn't be watching this right now on YouTube. So, but that was a bit of a pain in the backside to get that the working this evening. Yeah, but that's what happens, when, the podcast has got a new, Google account and a few other things going on with the podcast as well, just all the admin stuff, all technical things, you viewers probably don't really wanna worry about. We'll get into the action of the football as another booking is going to be given, as that looks to be Gertruda is now fouled. My apologies. Gertruda has fouled Gakpo, his countryman. He's, slid in from the side, almost behind, and yeah, that's gonna be a yellow card every day of the week. No question about that one. That list over there is going to be looking, very long this evening at the moment, the way that this is going with the, bookings. That's the 3rd booking now this evening. Gakpo currently has the ball now on the right-hand side. No, apologies, left-hand side. Right-hand side for RB Leipzig. As Liverpool retain some possession, RB Leipzig keeping their shape quite well. There is a few gaps, however, in the midfield. Nusa now plugs that gap as Vermeeren asks him to come in a little bit closer towards him. It's gone all the way back out to Kelleher, the Irish goalkeeper for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold is also going to be a lot more, proactive with his passes. He's been very, very good in defense. I've spoken with Josh from the Anfield Wrap on the last podcast episode. Make sure to go check that out and have a listen. The RBL Talk segment alone of that is actually on the YouTube channel if you'd like to watch your content visually, as I try to do, the interviews in visual as well. Although the podcast is a predominantly audio platform, he's going to be a better good passer of the ball. He's gonna look for his long passes. He's, still gonna push up a little bit, but he's been really a lot better in defense this season, as a lot of Reds supporters have mentioned. The ball is now won back again from Liverpool in a dangerous area, as RB Leipzig were a little bit sloppy there with their possession. However, Xavi just bullies through and has won the ball, but the pass to Sesko was left more to be desired and, has been easily picked up off the Liverpool defense. However, we do have another chance. Wow. Yes, it's a goal. No, offside. Offside for Openda. That was a beautiful, beautiful play from Antonio Nusa. Threaded the needle there. Absolute beautiful pass, but yep, Openda clearly offside. You can clearly see there that he's offside by a country mile. Xavi says no, but, unfortunately, Xavi, we've got the ability to check out on the replay here, and, yeah, your teammate there is offside a fair bit. What do you think of that chance from RB Leipzig if you're watching this as well, wherever you are around the world? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you're just listening to this game as well while you're watching the game, or whether you're at work or wherever you are around the world, whatever it is that you're doing, it's a pleasure to have your coverage this evening. And I retract that statement. It's a pleasure to have your company this evening. It's one of the best things about lives is that if you make a blunder, you have to fix it on air. You can't just do the power of editing. And it's a goal already. and this time it's for Liverpool as Nunes does a little tap in, and you are most vulnerable when you've scored. Mohamed Salah probably should have got that one. Beautiful. It was a nice header from Mo Salah, and then Nunes just came running across and just tapping that in. Salah would be a little bit filthy, but I don't think that was actually going to go in. So it might have actually gone out by the looks of it. So Nunes probably right there to kick that one. What do you think of the goal, everyone? Make sure to put the comments down below what you think of the build-up play, how RB Leipzig could have prevented that. We'll be deep diving that on the weekend, or I should say in the coming days, for the review of this game. RB Leipzig are going to want to respond quite quickly here, as 28 minutes and 40 seconds have passed. As if we don't get another goal, and quickly, it's going to be possibly a tough night for us at home. Welcome to those joining in as well over through Instagram, and welcome to those coming in and joining in over at X or Twitter. 29 minutes played, 30 seconds in the first half. Liverpool just taking the, I would say, the sting out of the game for a lack of better terminology. They're just controlling the ball at the back here with Van Dijk, just thinking about their options. Under Arne Slot, they are a lot heavier in possession side. They're not so much of a counter-attacking side under ex-manager Jurgen Klopp. For those that don't know, is now the head of global soccer of Red Bull as of January 2025. Welcome to those just coming on newly to the stream. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the RBL Talk podcast, the RB Leipzig podcast in English. Coming to you all the way from Australia. It is 6:01 a.m. Tuesday morning while we're enjoying some beautiful footballing action in Leipzig in East Germany. And it's probably around about 9 p.m. local time there, as it's about 9.5 hours difference from my time zone. Liverpool still just passing the ball around the back, have managed to get it past the midway part. RB Leipzig keeping their shape very well. They're going to need to keep their shape well to be able to win the ball back and prevent Liverpool from making it too much. However, Gakpo is out wide with lots of space, dribbles into the box, header, and a beautiful, beautiful save from Peter Galacci. Darwin Nunes, a beautiful header, but it was straight at Peter Galacci had to work for it a bit though. It's very high, and he's just tapped that over the crossbar. It's gone out for a corner kick with that parry from Peter Galacci down on the right-hand side for Liverpool, probably taken again. Corner kick as lackluster. It's been headed away and cleared away from RB Leipzig, has gone back to a Liverpool player. Galacci eats that up and kicks it really quickly with a counter attack looking for Openda. And Openda has fouled Trent Alexander-Arnold, just tapping the back heels there. No malice in that, accidental. Unfortunately, there goes the break for RB Leipzig for the quick counter attack. RB Leipzig are left at the back, not, I should say left exposed at the back, as Liverpool have another quick counter attack. However, Peter Galacci is able to deal with it quite comfortably. 33 minutes and 31 seconds are played into the first half. Welcome to those new coming into the stream. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the English podcast RBL Talk. If you would like to get involved with the stream, make sure that you comment down below wherever you're watching this. Currently live on YouTube, over on Instagram, over on X. Next year, we'll be live on other platforms as well. These are just the main three for this season. And interact with the show in real time. Currently, Liverpool have the ball just towards the back. Their build-up play from the back has been quite good this evening. They've just moved that out towards the left with McAllister passing that one. No, apologies. That was Szoboszlai. Peter Galacci now has the ball from what was a very low shot from Liverpool. Kelleher has the ball just on his defensive third. Now the ball's in dispute, coming back and forth. Uh, Terrible pass there from that looked to be Openda in the middle of the park, which has given away the ball possession to Liverpool with a quick break. Now they have it forward, just around the centre penalty box. Alexander Arnold has a shot in the middle of the penalty arc, has gone out for a deflection and out for a corner kick. RB Leipzig are going to really have to get a wriggle on and get a goal if they're going to make sure that we're going to get something from this game. And two, it might get a little ugly as Liverpool are just running rings around the Leipzig players currently at the moment, which you sort of expect that a little bit as well with the class of personnel over on the pitch. I did mention that in the pre-game as well, that I didn't think RB Leipzig would be able to win this game just for the simple fact of the pure class players on the pitch. As a beautiful header from Virgil van Dijk has gone straight to Peter Galacci, who has gotten that tapped over the crossbar. My apologies. It was a little disappointed that Virgil van Dijk also was left unmarked in the box. That is something you want to pick up on and quickly. And I believe that name before that I also blundered, the Greek international, is Tsimikas. 37 minutes played and 10 seconds are gone into the first half. Almost half time here as Liverpool has gone to ground in the box and no penalty, says the official. Virgil van Dijk and Willie Orban both asking. Orban's asking for a card by the looks of things, as it's not already happened this evening, as McAllister was given a card for a dive. Let's have a look here on the replay. Yep, no, he dived there, Darwin Núñez. He's definitely dived. I think he dived there personally. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Darwin Núñez is sort of giving a little bit of stick to Willie Orban, who is on the pitch. A little bit of physicality between the two, between the Uruguayan international and the Hungarian international. Willie Orban is no slouch. He's quite a tough customer, but he's just been ran into and pretty much forearmed into the back there. Núñez lucky to not be booked in the space of a couple of minutes. It's 38 minutes played and 42 seconds in this first half. Liverpool have the ball coming forward. A nice play in, almost to Núñez, but Orban gets rid of the ball there, only as far as looks to be Trent Alexander-Arnold in the middle of the park, and Liverpool will now just methodically take the sting out of that quick build-up and slowly get back into rhythm. Leipzig really need to get a wriggle on and try to get something out of this game. I know it's only 1-0 down, but they're being completely outplayed and the game is being dictated by Liverpool, which if you're going to allow them and just sit back and let them dictate the game, you are going to regret it. Having said that, we've won the ball back in the almost in the attacking third with Haidara. However, his poor pass has given it to Gravenberch. That has now gone to Darwin Núñez up the front. McAllister in acres of space, passes back out wide to Gakpo. Gakpo crosses in and has been dealt with by the RB Leipzig defense and has gone out for a corner kick. Welcome to all those just joining into the stream. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the podcast in English of RB Leipzig. My apologies there. It is quite early for me. I've only had a few hours sleep and it's 6:11 a.m. I am from Australia. So forgive me if you know I mix my words here or there. As the corner kick comes in is dealt with by Leipzig. Simmons has the ball. No, hasn't really been able to dribble the ball out well. Thank you as well. Wish you the best. Thank you very much for that. If you'd also like to get involved with this podcast, you can comment on X just like this person has here. My apologies. I do believe that is Arabic. I don't have an active translator on me in person at the moment, so I'm unable to read your username there. As RB Leipzig have a shot with Amadou Haidara, this time not as good as his previous shot around about 20 odd minutes ago. I think the halftime break will be coming very quickly for RB Leipzig. They're going to really want it, so they can regroup, and it'll be interesting to see what Marco Rosa can do in the halftime break to rally the troops and see if we can get anything going in the second half. Let me know where you're watching this stream around the world in the comments below. We're streaming currently on YouTube, over on Twitter, over on Instagram as well. Go check over on the comments over there on Instagram. Just a couple of people joining in over there. Please make sure to comment over on YouTube, or if comment over on Twitter as well if you're over on Instagram, as I'm unable to highlight the comments over here through the streaming software, which is StreamYard, is what I use to stream through all platforms at the simultaneous time. As the ball has gone out for a throw in, just where the managers are on the left hand side for Liverpool, as Simikas has the ball to throw in almost near the RB Leipzig tunnel. There's a foul there from Arthur Vermeeren, is just been a little bit late there on Dominic Sabozloy, which is his homecoming tonight as well. He'll probably be delighted that his team is currently 1-0 up. Although I don't know how if he's got any emotions of his old friends that he's seen tonight, if he's not too happy winning with in that regards, but I'm sure they'll all have a few laughs after the end of the game. As RB Leipzig have won the ball back in possession in a dangerous area, and it's now thrown in from Lewis Openda as Ibrahima Konate, ex RB Leipzig player, has gotten that out for a throw in. I'd like to see a bit more controlling of the ball like we're doing right now in the middle of the park from RB Leipzig. 30 seconds left of added time in the first half of the first of this Champions League game, I should say. And there you have it. It is half time in the Red Bull Arena. It is 1-0 for Liverpool currently. RB Leipzig have had a couple of good chances, have been unable to take their chances. The best chance was taken of the game so far from Liverpool, with Mo Salah heading the ball towards goal. Darwin Nunez getting the tap in, making sure that was in the net, and that was in the 27th minute. Nothing Peter Galacci could have done there. No knock on his performance so far this evening, has kept us in the game only being at 1-0. While we get into the halftime break, I am not going anywhere just right now. There is going to be an announcement for the podcast in this halftime break as well. So please make sure you comment in the comments below if you'd like to know what that is. Otherwise, I'll just leave it to the very end of the halftime break, just before the action comes back in Leipzig. Those of you just joining us now, my name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the podcast of RB Leipzig in English. Forgive me for my words a little bit. I've only had a few hours sleep, and I've had a 12-hour shift at work as well. So I am a little tired, and no Red Bull for me this evening. I'm more of a coffee man myself. And those that know me best, that they know that is what I mainly drink is coffee. If you'd like to get involved with the stream, make sure that you comment below wherever you're watching this stream, whether you're watching it over on X, over on YouTube, over on Instagram. If you are watching it on Instagram, I am able to actually highlight your comments. So there's a couple of people here. One person says, "We need to win." That is uh, a weird looking username. Please jump on X or Twitter or YouTube if you'd like me to highlight your comment. Another person there as well, Henry Leipzig 09 has put their hands up or with an emoji. Make sure that you go jump over onto another platform if you'd like me to highlight your comments. These are the comments over from Instagram this evening. Now I'm going to get that uh, announcement happening very shortly. Just a few more people trickling in at the moment. Welcome to the stream. Comment along below on YouTube or over on Twitter if you'd like to get involved. Alrighty, well, I think it's probably time to make the announcement. Yep. So during the November international break, there's going to be a few admin things for the podcast happening. Most things are behind the scenes. You all aren't going to realize that there's any changes with that. That's just all stuff with the podcast RSS feed and a few other things. So that's nothing's changing on anyone's behalf. You're not going to know anything different. I'm going to be doing a video during the international break as well. Um, More of a a little bit of an updated video of the podcast and how I am as a person and a few other things and whatnot. And also for the 3rd-year anniversary, um, that will be happening through the live stream at Watch Along. So I'll be doing a live stream watch along for the 3rd-year anniversary of the podcast, coming into the 3rd year on the 6th of January, 2025. I know it's a little bit early with my work. I normally work 60 plus hours a week. I work absolutely hectic hours. So there's not going to possibly be a time on the 6th of January, as it's the busy period with work, to be able to get this stream for the 3rd-year anniversary. So I'm going to do it a little bit early. As the podcast isn't going anywhere, it's not really doing the early crow or anything like that. So, yeah, that that will be held sometime in the November international break. Um, I'll literally just be like a live stream watch along for there'll be no international football or anything that I'll be doing a live stream for. It'll just be um, half an hour, just log on to a stream. We can all just chat football, chat personal, ask you questions if you want to get to know me a little bit better, anything like that. Um, just something, like that a little bit basically happening in the international break there, just for something for you guys to look forward to, as I know there's a few people out there that have been wanting to ask me a few questions and wanted to get a few things from my perspective. So we can do that just during um, that international break there. So I can't tell you exactly what day that will be. Look out on the social media for the RBL Talk podcast. Um, Over on the socials is where I'll post it once I've got a day lined up, as I don't have my workout roster out until then yet. So I can't just tell you in advance roughly when that's going to be. Welcome to everyone coming in on the stream. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the RB Leipzig podcast in English. RB Leipzig currently hasn't done too well this evening against Liverpool at home. It's not looking good for us to get our first points on the board. I would like to know your thoughts on how you think we have been playing. All you need to do is comment along anywhere you're watching the stream, whether that's YouTube, Twitter, over on Instagram. I do apologize if you're watching this on Instagram, you won't be able to get your comment highlighted. You will need to go to YouTube or Twitter to have that happen. Let me know how you think RB Leipzig has played. Let me know how you think Liverpool has played as well, if you are a Liverpool supporter. And just for the moment, I'm going to do a little break, and I'll be right back with you shortly. Welcome back to the live stream of the RBL Talk podcast. I'm your host, Justin Crozer. Liverpool currently 1-0 up in Leipzig. Leipzig have been playing quite well for the first 25 minutes to probably half an hour. Before that goal came in the 27th minute mark with Darwin Núñez doing a tap in. My apologies. Making sure that the Mo Salah header was going to get in the back of the net. Let me know what you think of the half so far. Make sure you drop your comments wherever you are watching this telecast. Looks like Baumgartner's warming up for RB Leipzig. A few other players as well. Yusuf Poulsen might also make an appearance. What do we need to change from a RB Leipzig perspective? Well, for one, we need to start controlling the ball more. Two, we need to create more chances. Three, we need to take those chances. And we need to do a lot better at corner kicks. And that is by defending at the corner. So we've looked absolutely woeful as the teams are starting to come back out onto the pitch, just making their way through the tunnel now in East Germany, in Leipzig. Welcome to all the people coming into the live stream for the first time. My name is Justin Crozer. I am the host of the RBL Talk podcast, the RB Leipzig podcast in English. Players are just coming into the tunnel now, going onto the pitch. RB Leipzig players aren't looking too happy with themselves there. I think they might have gotten a little bit of a spray from Marco Rosa at halftime, as Liverpool are already out onto the pitch going through their warm-up drills. Will advise you all listening or watching around the globe that unfortunately I can't stay for long after the stream has ended or after the watch along has ended, as I have an appointment first thing this morning. It's currently 6:32 a.m. my time. I expect the stream to finish around about 7:20 a.m. in the morning. My appointment is at 8 o'clock, so I got to run. As we start the second half in Leipzig. There's a big, massive gap there. There's so many empty seats. I don't know. This is appalling. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if half the people have left or what, but yeah, there's so many empty seats. That's just ridiculous. You'd think you'd be back in your seat at this time. I'm quite amazed actually. Quite appalled. Currently, the ball is in dispute with RB Leipzig and Liverpool just passing around between themselves. Leipzig have now got the ball and is able to start making some sort of possession. Nice play here at the moment. Nusa has it down on the right-hand side. Nice step over and cut into Sesko, but the ball is pinched right off his foot from Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk, who's passed to Nunes down on the left. And now with McAllister, the ball is now back with Liverpool firmly under control. Yeah, what I'm seeing here, there's still so many empty seats here in Leipzig. Um, I don't know what's going on, to be bluntly honest. Uh, I'm hoping people haven't gone home, because that's appalling. It's appalling that they're still not in their seats at the moment. Um, I'm hoping there is a reason why. If someone could let me fill me in on that, let me know. But yeah, it just makes people are just getting to their seats now. So, well, not everyone, but just some people. It's 2 minutes in already into the second half. So yeah, disappointing. That's to say the least. I mean, if I can get up early at like 4:30 in the morning to do a live stream, you can easily get yourself in your seat before the second half starts. So I'll let you all know as well, how quickly people get back to their seats as well, from what I'm viewing, to see just how long it takes there, because the atmosphere at the moment is just dull. I can't hear anything almost from the fans there, as Liverpool have won the ball again in the middle of the park. Nunes to Salah, that's been happening a lot this evening. Nice 1-2s between those two as well. RB Leipzig have won the ball back in their attacking third, sorry, defensive third. Getting it very, very close to the touchline there, and a bad touch. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, that was an absolute blunder at the back. Galachi saves our bacon again, or saves our hides, I should say, for lack of better terminology. Not trying to offend anyone there. My apologies if I have offended you with that statement. Saved our hides, basically. Really scoreboard defending at the back there. You just got to clear your lines or make a proper pass properly. Almost another goal there for Liverpool. Just 4 minutes into the second half. Looks like most of the majority of people have been able to reach their seats now back in the Red Bull Arena. Taken about 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe everyone has gone to get their refreshments all at the same time, and that might have been the case, as some people are still making their way back to their seats. Yep, that is correct. Fallen Hero, the based legend. Absolutely hellish UCL campaign so far. Yep, I did say it at the start of the year when I did the preview for the Champions League. I didn't think that we were going to make it in the first top 8, and I think that we were going to get into the round of 16 phase, via the playoffs. However, I don't think that's going to even be the case if we don't at least get a point against Liverpool, as we've got Milan coming up. Aston Villa are also a great side under Emery. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be really struggling, as Liverpool have the ball in the Leipzig box already, dealt with quite well by Orban and Nustan Vermeeren. Get it further out as we slowly build up to have another attacking play. This time it's in the box, and now it's been out for a corner kick on the left-hand side for Xavi Simons. A lot better build-up play there. It didn't look great, but it's still a lot better. Going back into what I was saying with the Champions League, I think the only real 2 games that we may be winning at this point is, Sturm Graz and Turkey, because that's like you have to win a game of that caliber. No disrespect to Sturm Graz, they've also been quite good. And also the Sporting Lisbon, game as well. We should be beating, Sporting Lisbon. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard to for the other 3 games, that we're gonna have left of the season to be beating, um, you know, Inter Milan, Aston Villa, and I think the other one is Celtic, if I remember correctly, um, which will be our next game after this. So, yeah, it's Celtic. Celtic have been doing quite well as well. So, Celtic was one of those 50-50 games. We were not given a good draw, so to speak, um, and our performances haven't helped us, especially games that we should have won. Um, Hey there, Adrian. Hey, Justin, Liverpool fan here. Already wins one on RBL Talk before. Hope you can have an interesting second half. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Now, your team's been doing absolutely fantastic, especially very impressed with your backup goalkeeper, Kelleher, as well. Um, yeah, Sporting Lisbon needed win for RBL, but still very challenging. Yeah, absolutely. The same for Celtic. They're two like 50-50 games. Um, and I'd say the same thing for the Villa game as well, depending on how we were traveling. But for me, where I saw our points mainly coming from was against Celtic, Villa, Sporting Lisbon, Sturm Graz. Um, that's probably it at the moment off the top of my head. But yeah, it's going to be a tough time ahead. So, and look, it's going to be very disappointing as well if we don't make it through the first part of this new phase as well in the Champions League. So, if we don't get to go through into the round of 16 phase, we might be one of the headlines of the Champions League new phase. That normally in the old system we would probably be winning enough games to finish top two to be able to go through into the round of 16 knockouts. As 53 minutes and 21 seconds have been played, RBL have the ball now with uh, Benjamin Henriques. My apologies, I've um, just lost my bit of a brain fade there. And now we're just controlling the ball just up on the left-hand corner side of the attacking third. Um, Xavi got dispossessed, but won the ball back well, so that's good to see. He's been working quite hard today. Would like to see him control the ball a little bit more. I think that's probably where Xavi can be a make his he's already a top footballer, but yeah, like really go to that next level. I do think that he sometimes does heavy touches too many times or gets dispossessed a little bit too easily. Um, no knock on him though; he's still a fantastic footballer. It's just I like to critique my players for where they can improve themselves, so to speak, not just trash talking them. It's constructive criticism. Uh, as now I think Benjamin Henriks just kicked the ball into I think it's McAllister. Yeah, McAllister on the floor, and there's going to be a medic here. I don't think it's in the face. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, it's in the crown jewels, so to speak. For those not being able to watch the game at home, unable to block that one, that's hurting me as well. Um, you don't like to see that. Um, while there's a little break in play, we'll go to the comments section. Make sure to comment along wherever you are watching this stream, either on YouTube or Twitter. If you are watching this stream over on X, please jump over to one of the other two platforms so you can comment to get involved with the stream. Adrian again. Excuse me, my apologies for that. Yeah, Kelleher is lovely. If you only didn't already had Galachi future replacement in Vandervoort, I would see Kelleher signing for you for playing time, although at last he would prefer a Premier League side. Yeah, most likely. A lot of players like to stay close to home or close around to that anyway. So, yeah, look, that's understandable. A lot of clubs were actually out for Kelleher. I never heard of him before until a couple of days before me doing the preview for this game. Excuse me. If you'd like to go listen to the last RBL Talk episode, I actually had Josh from the Anfield Wrap on the podcast. He was a great guest as well. We spoke about Kelleher, spoke about Arne Slot and his management style, and it's a real must listen for both Liverpool and RB Leipzig fans and supporters. Play is now back underway with Liverpool getting the drop ball. 56 minutes played and 30 seconds now on the clock in the second half. RB Leipzig, I'm going to make a prediction on live that RB Leipzig need to score within the next, I'm going to say 14 minutes by the 70th minute mark. Otherwise, we will not get a point out of this game. Just waiting for the play to be played from a goal kick from Kelleher. Has played it out to Simicas. Awesome, Adrian. What did you think of the episode? Currently, Liverpool have the ball just coming into the middle third of the pitch, literally in the middle of the Red Bull Arena at the moment. Nice pass to Mo Salah on the right, tries the curling shot, but has gone straight over the crossbar. Mo Salah seems to be aging with, like a fine wine, so to speak. He seems to be getting better with age. Unsure how old he is, must be easily 33. He's been one of the, top players at Liverpool for quite a while now, and in world football, really. Don't think it's gonna be looking very well for Leipzig this evening. I didn't predict them to win the game. If you did go listen to the Anfield Rap podcast that I featured on, I did say as a joke 6-0 for RB Leipzig to win. Had a good laugh with Josh over there with that. Um, that was definitely a joke, and I was sort of glad that we aren't getting hammered, as well, as I'd have to say live on air that it was pretty much almost my fault, for that. But yeah, look, I felt that RB Leipzig were not gonna win this one from the get-go, being optimistic to take points from like a 2-2 draw, but, the more realistic, uh, or I should say 3-2 win is what I wanted. That's what my heart was telling me. The, 2-2 draw is something that was more idealistic or more reasonable, although a 2-1 loss is the most um, predicted outcome for RBL. At this stage, it's looking more closer to a 2-0 loss, to be honest. However, Amadou Haidara has been fouled in a dangerous area by Darwin Núñez, doing his beautiful shoulder blocks that he likes to do. He's done that a couple of times tonight against Willie Orban, and there's going to be a free kick. I'd probably say around about 22 yards out on a slight angle, perfect for a right footer to curl in towards the goalkeeper's left. While we wait for the ball to be set up, we can have some more comments in the stream. Make sure to get involved with the stream. Drop your comments down below where you want to, where you get involved with the stream over on Twitter or over on um, YouTube. Listen to RBL Talk once. once per some episodes, and I must say, guests from other clubs are really enjoyable overall podcast, etc. With multiple people talking is my thing. Yeah, thanks, Adrian. I try to get as many guests on board as much as possible. It's hard to find guests as an RB Leipzig podcast, especially domestically, for the English-speaking Bundesliga community. I do try to get those guys on as much as I possibly can. Um, those that just hate RBL or hate RB Leipzig, which we all know why, and all that, they just despise me as well, which is fine. Look, I'm the type of person where I'm not here to please everybody. I'm just here to do what I do, and that's it. Um, I don't stay up at night thinking of have I peed too many people off or anything like that. I'm the same with my work. I just do it. I just do as I do, and if you don't like it, tough luck. Um, I do the podcast for all you listeners and all you viewers out there. So I do listen to fan feedback and criticisms as I'm always trying to evolve and get this podcast the best because I want RBL Talk to be the place for all RB Leipzig fans and supporters around the world to get involved and talk to other RB Leipzig fans and supporters and being welcoming to other fans of other clubs as well. Going back to the Bundesliga English speaking community. Um, I've had a couple on. I've had, Travis from VfB Stuttgart Americana, Jake, 50 plus donor. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. Um, no, they're really good, top quality people. They're not judgmental in a sense to me as a person, judgmental to the club, and that's fine. As the first change of the game is happening here in Leipzig with Mohamed Salah coming off and Luis Diaz coming on the pitch. 62 minutes played in 55 seconds. So yeah, I always try to have guests on, and you yourself can come on the show, and anyone else as well. You don't have to do a video if you prefer. I try to do video format for the guests, but all you need is basically a smartphone. Any smartphone will do, and any wireless headphones or wired headphones if your phone supports it. And yeah, I'd be happy to have absolutely anyone on board. Fallen Hero, the killer instinct is not this team in Europe. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Ballum, hello. Yeah, good. Very good. Thanks, Ballum. Thanks for checking in, man. Good to see you up. Remember, after match, you can ask questions for the RBO Talk for next podcast. Absolutely, Ballum. Absolutely. That will be a little bit too short, though, on the live stream itself. As it's 6:51 a.m. I have an appointment at 8 o'clock a.m. my time. I've had 3, 4 hours sleep. I have a long day ahead. I've got another 12-hour shift tonight as well. Back at work. No rest for me, especially with all these fixtures coming thick and fast. But don't worry, all the content will be coming out in a timely fashion. But yeah, you can always ask your comments for the RBL Talk segment on this stream, on the post afterwards over on Instagram. You can do it also on the YouTube channel. There is a community section through YouTube. I'll be posting them there as well, and also over on Instagram. I'd love to have all your thoughts wherever you are watching around the globe on how this game was. And hello, the Pixel Pulse. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the stream. As the announcer says, the official count is around 45,200, I think 58. I just missed that. Um, People in the Red Bull Arena this evening. 65 minutes and 6 seconds played. RB Leipzig still losing 1-0. Uh, Ballum says Arsenal away next for Liverpool Football Club. So they take Salah after take Salah off. Yep, and Leipzig need a goal to take a point. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's probably when you look at who came on, Luis Diaz. Like, I mean, Mo Salah is a better footballer and a lot world class player. At this level, they're all world class players, but we needed that ourselves to have a that threat gone. As Peter Galacci makes a nice save for uh, off of Darwin Nunez. My apologies. It has caught. his glove a little bit though. It was a nice little deflection there from Vermeeren. What else do we have here in the comments? Yep, no, that's fine, Adrian. We'll not chat too much since I wanted to put in the background to know what's going on. Wish you some more um, other club fans for future podcasts. As much as people hate RBL Talk, with fans should be interesting for all. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. You don't feel obliged to interact in the comment section. I appreciate everyone that does. Um, and yeah, you're more than welcome to listen to in the background. A lot of people around the world listen to my comments during the game. Currently, nothing really much is happening. Both teams have just basically in disputed possession at the moment with their build-up plays. 66 minutes played. Liverpool 1-0 still in the Red Bull Arena. And yeah, no, I've got some guests lined up, hopefully sometime throughout the season. They come and go. I can't say too much. As Openda has a nice Openda's in the box, kicks the ball. I think he's offside again as a deflection from Canante goes over the crossbar. And yes, the linesman does say it was offside. Looked onside though from this angle, but yeah, do got some guests I'm trying to get on the show. I'm really working on trying to get Bundesliga guests um, at the moment. But yeah, any guest is a guest. I'm happy to have anyone on the show, any fan, any supporter from any club. It helps if we're playing you guys coming up for a preview or for a recap. If you're interested in that, no matter who you support, reach out. I'd love to have you on the show. And if you're an RB Leipzig supporter, reach out as well. I'd love to have you on the show, especially if you're from Leipzig. Love to have you on board. Have a chat about how you came about to be a supporter of RB Leipzig, your fan story so far, and just like what it's like. Trying to give that third person local perspective for people around the world. Thanks, Bellum. You have Arnie Slot hairstyle, very nice. Yeah, I have this all the time. Um, when I'm not lazy or I probably shouldn't say lazy is not the right word. When I have the time to shave my head because I have to shave it every like second or third day, um, I don't wear a hat. Otherwise, I'll wear a hat like I did in the previous live stream that you also came on. Would you prefer a goal now or a 90 plus fourth minute equalizer for the scenes? Look, I don't even think the scenes are going to be that big, man. To be honest, like, yeah, it'd be great to take a point, but I think the celebrations would be great from the players. I just don't think there's gonna be much scenery, so to speak, if we manage to get a draw here. It just doesn't seem like, the players are lifeless and oh, wow! Another almost another goal for Liverpool as McAllister takes a shot around just near the penalty arc, just before it. Beautiful curling strike, hits the crossbar and out for a goal kick. If you'd like to get involved with the live stream, please make sure that you comment along down on the comments over on Twitter or over on YouTube. Another one here. I am personally worried about our team. I think we are tuning into a Benfica or Sporting where we sell our best players after we make them good, like uh, Timo or Nkunku. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. Um, I'm not too worried about it specifically. I have said a few things that I'd love to keep our star players and for longer, um, because to compete in the Bundesliga domestically and even on a world stage like now, against teams like Liverpool, we need to keep these star players as Nusa does a cross and a step over, just gone straight to Kelleher's hands. As RB Leipzig coach Marco Rosa is going to make some changes. Kevko is gonna come on, Kevin Campbell, Baumgartner also, and can't see the third person yet. I will advise once we get those for you. Yeah, like I said, we'd like to keep our star players because to compete in going forward for the club to take that next step, we're gonna need to keep our star players. Excuse me, my apologies. Sesko just has a shot at goal. RB Leipzig misses, and the ball is in the side netting from Antonio Nusa after he tries to kick a goal. RB Leipzig starting to put the pressure on and really, really trying to get that equaliser now. The urgency has happened. 71 minutes played. Corner kick about to happen from Xavi. Going into some more comments from Bellum. Yes, I am going in and out of watch along. I believe this special announcement is Kloppo joining RBL Talk. Like your style, like your style. A November stream sometime will be interesting and fun for viewers. Yeah, Bellum, I mentioned in the wow, that was a really poor corner. Taken short and just missed by, I believe that was Benjamin Henrichs. We still have possession at the moment in the box, but and a shot from Xavi, and it's over the bar. So very good there from Kelleher. Another corner, as Xavi is down in the box holding his ankle. I think he's okay, just a little bit sore. Um, yeah, so and the November stream I did mention in during the halftime break, Ballum, basically just a, like a Q&A basically type thing. Ask any questions about RB Leipzig, myself, anything like that, football as a whole, my love of tactics and things like that. Really not fussed. It's just gonna be looking forward to it. I haven't got an exact time at the moment, as Xavi has a bit of a cramp at the moment. He's walking that off. I think he might actually want a substitution. Hopefully, he's not actually injured. He's seems to be alright, just limping a little bit. So yeah, tune in for that. I don't have an exact date yet because I don't have my work roster out that quick. Um, yeah, another poorly taken corner. No surprises there. More comments. Fallen Hero. This team doesn't have a 90-plus minute equalizer in them, unfortunately. Yeah, you're probably right. That third person coming on the pitch is young Bishabu. Interesting enough. And he's coming on for, by the looks of it, uh, Intruder, so he's probably gonna go on the left, and, Hendricks will come swap over to the right. Um, we've got Vermeeren is coming off, Kevin Campbell is coming on, Gardner coming on, and unsure who that third player is coming off. Might be Haidara. Anyway, I saw around 150 watching on Twitter earlier. Yeah, man, thanks. Um it was not as big as the St. Pauli stream where we reached 1,500. That was absolutely wild. It would be awesome to be able to reach those heights again, but how the algorithms work is I have no idea, anyone's guess. Especially, com company platforms aren't going to let you know about that. Um, Fallen Hero again. This might sound weird, but we need to get Marco Rosa ejected if we want even to even tie. Oh, you mean so like, was it when we played against, Leverkusen? I think it was, wasn't it? We played against yeah, it was against Leverkusen, and then, we ended up winning that, if I remember correctly. Marco Rosa got sent up into the stands and up into the cheap seats. Um, yeah, I think Marco Rosa needs to get booked. Hey, Gaffer, get yourself sent off for us, please. For the best of the team. As a Leipzig local, you know you want what's best for the club. As 75 minutes have played, 15 seconds as well into the 76th minute. Substitutions have been made from both sides. The only goal still remains from Darwin Núñez at the 27th minute after a nice header from Mo Salah, tapped it in to make sure that Liverpool would lead 1-0. Leipzig are very, very, very lucky to not be 2 or 3 goals down at this stage. Peter Galacci has kept us in with another easily, for me, man of the match performance. Who's your man of the match performance? Drop them down in the comments below, wherever you're watching this, over on X, Instagram, and YouTube. If you are watching it over on Instagram, please make sure to do your comments over on YouTube or X, as I'm unable to highlight your comments. As Xavi Simmons has fallen to the floor, he's probably going to be swapped out. I think he's just not injured. I think he's just exhausted. Probably still a little bit sore, but um, we'll have a look in a minute as he gets some medical treatment. Yeah, so he's just dropped down and yeah, his ankle's probably not the best. He's able to walk on it, by the looks of things, even though he's being carried off a little bit, helped off. Um, I don't think there's gonna be any ligament damage or anything like that, so I don't think it's gonna be a David Raum, uh, thing, as he's able to put weight on it. Um, as long as he starts to, um, put some pressure on it, not pressure, sorry, some hot or cold compress, I forget which one it is, off the top of my head. Um to really get that swelling down. It might just be like a sprained ankle. If he is out for any time, it'll only be for a couple of weeks, maybe, as he is walking off the pitch quite comfortably, even though he is in the trainer's arms. So I will update you on any possible injury coming up as soon as I get those updates. Make sure to check out the rbltalk.com website under the news section to find all your local and latest news on RB Leipzig. 78 minutes played, 4 seconds and gone into the 79th minute. RB Leipzig looking to get the equalizer at home. We really, really should be trying to get this one. I think for the next live stream, which will be against Borussia Dortmund, I'm going to change the outlay of the podcast from the red to white. It seems just a little bit too much red at the moment. RB Leipzig colours are definitely red and white, although we are predominantly more white in our kits. So to reflect that and to reflect the area and backdrop, I'm going to make sure that I just change that up a little bit. I might make a second one as well, uh, with some graphics or something like that. RB Leip RB Leipzig are trying to defend the ball in their defensive third, with Liverpool trying to create something, but has gone out for a corner kick. My apologies, a goal kick. Lovely ball played by Bishebu there from defense to Baumgartner. Poor pass by Baumgartner though, and has put his teammate under pressure, and now Liverpool have the ball to go away on the break. Yusuf Towson a little bit of a bother there after that hard challenge, but fair challenge from Liverpool. Down on the right-hand side for RB Leipzig. Just a quick reminder for all of those who are watching and listening, as Ballum said earlier in the stream, remember after the match, you can ask questions for the RBL Talk podcast for the very next podcast when that gets released. You can either say some comments about the game, anything about RB Leipzig, anything about Liverpool during this match, anything about Arne Slot as well. What did you think the first looks that you've had of him? And you can also ask me some questions, the host of the RBL Talk podcast. I look forward to all your fan and supporter submissions. I do think Liverpool are going to be able to play out these last 9 minutes plus at a time just to really get it. I think they would probably want another goal for an insurance goal, but Leipzig don't really see much of a threat at the moment. We're always going to be a threat on the counter attack, as we do have a current attack at the moment with Benny Henriks has a shoot. Oh yes, it's actually touched home. Oh, come off it again! A Lewis Openda offside. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Yeah, he's offside the whole time here. Lewis Openda. That's the third time you've been offside tonight. As a striker, you need to know where the shoulder of the last defender is. That is no, that's terrible. Poor play. I'm going to say it. Poor play from Lewis Openda. Yeah, fallen heroes. Words say it pretty clear, bruh. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. As fallen hero even says as well. Openda, you got to do better. That was the chance. As Openda has a ball and kicks it straight into the defender of Liverpool. Like, mate, they're now on a counter attack. RB Leipzig running players back. Oh no, this is going to go 2-0. I can see it happening. The fans are really going ballistic there in the Red Bull Arena as there is a player down for RB Leipzig in Antonio Nusa. Probably just cramps. Didn't see anything major in it on the ball. It was Ibrahim Konate just pretty much running through Antonio Nusa. Both missed the ball. Fair play. No free kick. Good call from the official. Probably needed that actually, just to reset. Otherwise, without that break in play, Liverpool probably would lead building up to another goal there. As Sesko now has the ball. Sorry, my apologies. That's Baumgartner running and just runs into a wall of RB Leipzig defenders. Sorry, Liverpool defenders. This has been a very, very lackluster performance from RB Leipzig, to say the least. As Elif Elmas now gets his little 2 minutes from Marco Rosa. Speaking of Openda, you need to do better. Marco Rosa, you also need to do better by actually playing this guy because I'm literally sick of seeing you play Elif Elmas, who's actually a decent, talented footballer, only just 3, 5 minutes and all that. Um, if you're not going to play him properly, sell him or loan him out in January. 85 minutes played, coming to the 86th minute mark, and RB Leipzig have another chance. Lewis Openda squandered another chance. Ball won back by Benjamin Henriks down on the right-hand side. I think RB Leipzig just need to go all or nothing. Either we're going to lose 2-0 or we're going to be able to get this equalising goal and be able to salvage our Champions League season and managed to get a point against Liverpool. Yeah, I would say that as well, Folio. Rosa needs to learn clock management. Absolutely. I've questioned many times the times he's put on players, and things like that. So having another chance at the moment, it's gone out for a throw in a dangerous position for RB Leipzig on the left-hand side. Konate has been very good tonight for Liverpool. Elmas has the ball. I could see what he did there, but he passed it to nobody. It's not gonna help your cause, son. I know Marco Rosa doesn't like you, but don't give him reasons to not play him, man. Still try the passes though, like absolutely. But 87 minutes played, coming into the 88th minute. Just a few minutes left of game time and also stoppage time in this one. We will have a few minutes in stoppage time, probably between 3 and 5, as we had a couple of injuries to McAllister and Xavi Simmons, for just stoppages there with the medics coming onto the pitch to give out some treatment. Yeah, absolutely fallen hero. I won't show that one because of the swear word, but yeah, who gives a like, who cares if we lose 2-0 or 1-0? Just try and get the draw. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's no urgency right now. Absolutely no urgency from the players. Like they've given up. It's not over till the final whistle. Like, for instance, Bayer Leverkusen wouldn't have won so many games last season if they gave up. So Gakpo has a nice shot from distance and a beautiful save from Peter Galacci. He's probably been one of the very few players that have actually been really good tonight. Without question, he's been the best player on the pitch. Yep, thank you very much, Bellum. Take care. They certainly won't be looking like scoring, but yeah, I'd love to have your company. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again sometime in the next stream. Borussia Dortmund, that will be on the 2nd or 3rd of November. Check your local guides and check the stream on the YouTube tab for when the next upcoming streams are going to be. Coming in now to the final minute of the game, 89 minutes, 35 seconds played. RB Leipzig just passing the ball around in their defensive third, slowly building up play. We may be on here. Benjamin Henriks has the ball out wide, corners, sorry, crosses. We still retain the ball though. Kevin Campbell needs to do something with it. Back to Henriks. There's going to be 5 minutes of added time. So there's still plenty of time here for an equalizer. Just really need the urgency now. Orban's got the ball. Again, the final pass, just terrible. Liverpool currently have the ball going forward. The ball is now in dispute and has actually been won by Kevin Campbell. Come on, Apenda, score! Oh, wow. Far out. Don't tell me that Openda was offside again anyway. He was offside again. That's 4 times tonight, at least. 4. I'm gonna make the call now for anyone that's listening and watching on the stream. J It's gonna be coming in the podcast episode coming up. Lewis Openda is not to start the next game, he is to be dropped. Marco Rosa needs to show that doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Xavi Simons, whether you're Lewis Openda, Benjamin Sesko, Peter Galacci, if you play poorly, you are going to be dropped. Too many times does Marco Rosa just favor too many players and still puts them on the pitch. Like, Openda's a great player, don't get me wrong, but the amount of offsides he's had tonight is unforgivable. Like, and now he's rolling around the floor like a pork chop. That's some Australian slang there for people that don't know. We're coming into the third minute of added time of the 5 minutes of added time. Liverpool have the ball, creating a little bit of room and play, but I think they're just quite happy to retain possession, keep Leipzig away from it. Being at their goal end helps, but I think that's just what they're looking for here. I will say one thing, Fallen Hero, about that comment. Get into the penalty area, dive, and pray for a penalty. All right. As long as it's not Lewis Openda, because Lewis Openda dives too much, it's going to be waved away completely. All right. If we're going to go for that tactic, anyone but him. No knock on Liverpool's performance tonight. They've been absolutely fantastic. And it's now gone out for a corner kick on the right-hand side for Liverpool. This will probably be the last play of the game. I don't think Liverpool will be in a hurry for this. Coming into the final minute of added time now. Let me know what your thoughts of this game are below. Comment along on the live stream if you're watching over on YouTube or over on X. It is 7:22 a.m. in the morning. I have an appointment at 8 a.m., so I will not be able to stay for too long on this stream. If you want to say something for the podcast RBL Talk segment, if you miss out on any questions after the stream, make sure to look out for the post around about 30 minutes after the game has passed for the RBL Talk segment. And that's it. That's the final whistle. It is all done. Liverpool beating RB Leipzig in Leipzig 1-0. Fallen Hero, unlike the game versus Atleti and Juve, we just outright lost that one. Yeah, not good, but this loss doesn't enrage me. Sorry, my apologies. I am tired. Enrage me like both the Athletic and Juve games. Yeah, same here. I'm frustrated at the chances we made and at some things. I'll dive into that into the episode coming up in a few days' time when I'm able to recap the whole entire game and then write up the script. So just a very, very quick recap of today's events before I do need to let you all go, which is unfortunate as I would love to stay for a lot longer as I have an appointment to get to, unfortunately, so I can't stick around for too long. Liverpool had multiple chances, played absolutely well. They completely outplayed RB Leipzig in the any every all department, um, from basically after the half an hour mark. Um, RB Leipzig had their chances. They didn't take their chances. They're absolutely terrible in taking their chances. Peter Galacci easily on ground best for RB Leipzig, keeping us in it with only 1-0. Several times made some great, fantastic saves, especially reflex saves. And yeah, Liverpool easily the best team on the night. Please make sure to check out the RBL Talk segment post coming at you in about half an hour's time or so after this live stream has ended. As I have to, can't stick around, I have to go, unfortunately. So for those of you that have come through and watched along or listened along this evening, thank you very much for your viewership, and it's been a pleasure to do this live stream watch along. And thank you very much for your company. So until next time, I've been Justin Crozer. Bye bye for now.